So on the toolbar you have this small option that says Own File Recorder. And what this basically does is captures your strokes on screen. It does not capture what you do with the menu. So for example, I'll click record on this, and now as I type stuff, or I want to draw a diagram, here's your house at home, and here's your computer at home, and you connect to the phone line, and that goes to the internet cloud. Meanwhile, at your home you have a cable modem and a router with a wireless signal. And I wanted somebody to see that in sequence. For example, the way I drew it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, now I've got a recording of this. So I can go and actually stop that recording, and I can play it. And now as I type stuff, and I can fast forward through that as well. Here's your house, here's that line that goes to the in-file you have, and the signal is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this becomes part of this file. So if I save it now, and we haven't saved files, but I'm going to save, and it's always important whenever you save a file to remember what you called it and where you put it. Just basic stuff, but it's amazing how many times people forget. And I'll just call this sample recording. And notice it saves it in this unusual format called an HHT. And presumably we need Flowworks to play it back, but you could then load this in a classroom and run through it again. And we also have the option of saving the recording itself, because here I can play, and once again it's playing, but I can also individually save that recording, and it saves it as a DPB, whatever that is, and that's the only option to save it. And by the way, we keep coming back to this intermediate folder in the Qomo directory. You can adjust that in the settings, but depending on how your school is configured, that may be a network drive or a thumb drive or what have you. Just don't ever accept the default save location, because it's probably not where you want it to be. So I'll go back into that, and I'll save this thing of simple recording. And so that's how you use the recorder. And it will do voice, just not as well as some microphones. And so you could do some elements of lecture capture with this, but it's clearly not optimized for that kind of work.